from what people see, just as an FYI.
Okay.
So let me just see where they're at. Okay, we are now officially live. We have about 30 seconds before people are pushed into the room. So for those who are coming now, welcome. We're going to start here very soon. We're going to be talking about push response. It's going to be exciting. I have the founder, Andrew Darius, who's here, who's also going to be sharing his gold nuggets about push response. This is all about push button notification and how it relates to kind of marketing nowadays, who's using it, and how it compares to email marketing. So right now we're going to let people come into the room. So if you're coming into the room right now, say hello, put in the question box below. You should be able to put your message. There we go. Yeah. So we are now officially live in the room. Great. So hi. If you're here, what you can do right now is put your name and email. Actually, it should already have your name and email in there. All you have to do is put a message in the chat, and we should be able to see any questions that you may have. As you know, we're running this inside Easy Webinar. That is using Google Hangouts to push it into Easy Webinar. About this technology, if it looks like it's a little blurry, it's probably your internet. So be sure that you close out other browsers or other windows so that you can see and view this in the best possible way. Another thing is that you can make this screen full screen. There should be a little button in the left corner of this actual video. You can make this full screen. I see Kevin is coming in the room. What's up, Kevin? Good to see you from Spokane, Washington. Good to see you. Anyone else? Kathy is popping in. Hi, Kathy. Good to see you. Anyone else? Come on in. It's great to have you here. Thank you for coming to this Saturday training, this Saturday kind of bonus training. What we're talking about today is kind of a new way of marketing yourself in terms of kind of rising kind of above the noise. Like if you think about it, email marketing, everybody's doing email marketing. It's very, it's tried and true. It's been there forever. But, I know that, and that, half the time everybody's doing email marketing. So oftentimes, an email could get lost in the fray. It's just there. And it could take you, several hours to maybe even possibly missing that email. And then, the next day you're looking and you see, oh, well, I have this, there was that email about that event and I missed it because I didn't see it. There was so much happening. Well, what we're talking about today is kind of this kind of next gen evolution of kind of marketing where you can not only rely on email, but autoresponder integration into push notification. All right. Now, I'm excited because I have Andrew Darius who's here with us today. We're going to let a few more people roll into the room. I see you guys are coming in right now. And what you can do, of course, is there's a question box underneath this video. You can ask questions. If you're watching from iPad or iPhone, just realize that you'd have to stop the video and then go and ask a question below, right? Kathy says, thanks for doing this training on Saturday. Of course. That's what we're here for. So let me introduce you to my guest and why we're doing this bonus training. So there are a handful of you that purchased push response. Many of you purchased it. I promoted it, I think it was maybe a month ago or so. And Andrew has been really busy. He is a software creator. He creates a lot of cool training marketing software. So it's been hard to get him on a webinar, but we finally have him on this training webinar. So this was a bonus that I told you guys you would get access to for coming into push response. So that's why you're here. Now, some of you are other people that I've invited into the webinar. And if this is your first time here, what we're going to be talking about, as we already said, is push notification. Specifically, we're going to talk about Andrew Darius's software, Push Response, which is a tool that's pretty awesome. You can do all sorts of cool stuff with it. You can do push notification, but at the same time, you can build kind of like this notification email list and then do email broadcasting based around the notification. So I don't want to get too into detail yet, but Andrew's going to kind of go into this. We're going to talk about this. Now, this is also Andrew's first time using kind of a Google Hangout technology. So, but I think he's got it. You can't see his face, but he's going to be sharing his screen. He's going to be, we're going to be having a chat. You should be able to hear him. So, so as soon as he starts to talk, just let us know that, yep, you can hear, everything is good. But this is what we're going to talk about today, right? So let me without further ado, let me introduce to you Andrew Darius, the founder of Push Response. Welcome, Andrew, and thanks for the time today to do this training.
Hi, everybody. Thank you for having me here. And yes, I tried to do it earlier, but there is a lot of stuff we had to add, a new feature which just came in. So I was kind of busy with the development teams. So thank you for having me. And let me know when you want to start the demonstration, or you want to wait for more people to come.
I think we can, we can start because everybody can watch the replay when they start to come in, so that's okay. So I think it's fine if we were to just dive right in and start to talk about this. But what I want to do first, Andrew, is kind of talk about why did you create this software, and what made you decide to do it? Were you always looking at push button notifications? Did you see that Facebook was doing it and other platforms like Amazon and Periscope does push notification? Pretty much every live stream application does push notification. I mean, I see tons of push notification. Twitter does it. So when did you decide to do this? When was it because a new technology opened up, or was it because you were waiting for that technology? You knew this was going to be kind of the next thing to jump on. What was your decision on that?
So essentially, there was two main causes of the decision. First of all, I was watching this technology for how it was growing and building over the time. But until last year, there was essentially no technology for the browser. Because those push notifications which you have on your phones, on applications like app push notification, they are great, but the problem is that user must have your own app on the phone or on desktop in this case. So usually you don't have it. So I was waiting for something which will come out, which allows to do it without installing anything. And last year it was first done by Chrome. Then Apple kind of watching Google and added to the Safari on the desktop. And after that, kind of late only this year, in February, the Firefox joined the fray, did the same. And exactly at that point, I knew that now is the time that there's enough browsers supported to start to make sense. So this was a underlying business, because before, if you have only one browser, it was kind of okay. Right. But let's say what is important? Important is percentage of people who can actually see those notifications. Right now, I just checked stats yesterday. Google Chrome by itself is 69% of usage, and then it's Firefox and Safari with Internet Explorer and the Edge is kind of like, I know, it was probably below 20%. So first of all, it worked on every desktop browser except Internet Explorer and Edge. But since they are now have a shrinking number of installation, around 20%, so it was a time to say, okay, those 80% of people who actually can see, it makes sense.
Yeah. So what I'll sum it up for you guys. So Andrew, it sounds like, so you created the product because you saw that there were apps that were doing push notification, but you needed an app to do it. But as you just said, Andrew, you saw that new technology was coming out to where you could do browser push button notification, Google Chrome, Firefox, Safari. And it sounds like all of those applications in February, well, Chrome sounds like it was doing it beforehand. Now it was Firefox and Safari, now all doing it based on just this last February. And of course, as you mentioned, Internet Explorer is on its way out. So 80% of the people are using all the other browsers, and this is where your software comes in. it works within the browser, right? So the browser of Chrome, it's like a Chrome extension or a Firefox extension or
Uh,
a
uh,
Safari extension. Is that
uh,
what it is?
no, this is not an extension. This is
Okay.
built in. This is very important because extension need to be enabled or need to be installed. The main thing was that it was not an extension. It is a built-in feature.
Hmm.
And the most important fact is it works even if you don't have browsers open. For
I see.
example, maybe you saw it. If you are on a Facebook and you have those push notification enabled, it is just enough that you just open your computer. Even if you don't have a browser started, you still see
Wow.
this pop-up and popping up on your screen, this notification. So
Did you
this
guys
is
hold on? I don't want you to pass by that. So what he just said was this is not an extension. So your browser doesn't have to be open in order to use it. What that means is that if someone comes to your website, they decide that they'll accept a notification from you from your website, even if even if your browser is closed, right? This is what you said, right, Andrew? Even
yes,
if your
yes,
browser is
correct.
closed, if they're inside their computer, they'll see the notification pop into their computer without being in the actual browser.
Exactly, and not only that, this pop-up is on top of every other application they are running. So
Hmm.
doesn't matter if they work in Excel or Word or any other application they may work in, it works. So it is pop-up on the top of every other application. It cannot be blocked. There is no pop-up blockers or whatever. They always will get it as long as they allow you to push it.
Wow. Okay, so what we're hearing is that um, this kind of is the way to get your message heard above everyone else, right? This is why email marketing is kind of, it's great, it's been there forever, but at the same time, you're competing with all these other emails to get seen. But when you go this route with a notification message, the nice thing is it pops right into your computer. If they select to have it shown, then it's the first thing they see, right? And
Exactly.
Andrew is going to show you how this works, how it kind of pushes it out into the computer, and his software, which is really cool. I think you can not only do broadcasts, but can't you time those particular messages to show up at specific times in their computer,
Okay,
Andrew?
so there are a few different options. First of all, of course, there is an instant broadcast, which is obvious.
Right.
Then you can schedule single or more messages, so you can schedule a message for future. If this is only one message, for example, or you have only a few of them. But if you are like most people want to have like a series of or sequence of messages, you can do it too, and not only as a, let's say, static sequence when they always get message one, message two, message three, like for most email autoresponders. They can also have a kind of the tree when they get different message if they click on the link or they don't click on the link.
I see. Okay.
So this is the part which is very important. But another reason why I decided to do it is that why push notification more, because first of all, of course, you want to cut through all this distraction.
Yeah.
When I'm going to my inbox, maybe I have like maybe 30 40 email in the morning
Yeah.
from marketers on the slow days like Sunday and Saturday. On the weekdays it is like much more.
Yeah.
So then what I'm doing, I'm guilty of this, probably you are guilty of this too. I am just kind of skimming through the subjects, and I only open emails which subject essentially attracted my attention, and I just check boxes on the left hand and delete all other emails without
That's
even
right.
opening them.
I do the same exact thing. I just delete all the emails that I see that I'm like, okay, I don't even look at them. I just delete them because I get so much of them in my inbox. I mean, it's just like, and you're right. The weekends are not as bad, but the weekdays, man, I'm just closing those out. And, and it's like half the time it could be someone that I wanted to hear, but I'm closing so many out at once, or shutting all of them down, because right now, here's a truth. I have 70,000 unread emails in my inbox. It's really terrible. I need to clean out my inbox. I need something that's kind of an automatic inbox cleaner thing. I'm sure they're out there, but that's how bad I am because I save these emails. then I don't go back to them.
You won because I have only 53,000.
You only have 50,000? Okay, okay, good. So
53,000.
yeah, so you and I are pretty the same. Like we both have like a ridiculous amount of unread messages that we probably need to clear out. I had to upgrade to the new, the higher level Gmail, right, where I'm actually paying for content with Google.
Yes,
And
I am paying like $2. It's 1.99, I think, a month to have 100 gigabytes because I
yeah.
cannot fit everything there.
I know, I know. I'm the same way. So this is why having something that it goes right into the computer without having to get into all to sort of jump into the rest of the crowd in the email. I mean, you're just right next to everyone else in an email, but this is kind of separating you out. Now, we're not saying that email marketing is bad. In fact, that's the biggest. I mean, that's my thing. I mean, building your list is important. But the cool thing about push response is that you can build a list, right? Right, Andrew? You can actually
Yes.
build a push response list separate to your email, but then can you put those people into your email or autoresponder as well?
It was different. Let me explain. Yes, email.
Okay.
First of all, let me tell you that email marketing, of course, is still important. I am doing it, and you should be doing it too. But just you need to be aware that the more way to contact user you have, the better. For example, let's say that the open rate of my emails, and I give bonuses, I give value. I'm
Right.
not just sending a promotion email and there's nothing
Right.
there, just a link.
Right.
Dropped from probably 22%, which was like maybe 4 years ago, 5 years ago. Right now, if I get 6%, 6 to 8% open rate at best, it is maximum I'm getting, and I'm really giving like 20 bonuses for one promotion or something.
Right.
Really good value. So yes, you should still build a list of emails. Absolutely yes. Why not? And
Yep.
also we recently added a feature which I will show you today, how you can try to get email after they allow your notification for the browser. So it's
Wow.
kind of like two strikes. Yes. First of all,
Yeah, two ways to do it. So you get not only you're building up this push notification, but you can also build up your email list as well. And it's not to say that this takes the place of email marketing. It's not to say that you're going to build this list up and then you're not building up your email list. You're still going to continue to build up your email list. This is just another way for you to get in front of your message in front of them. That's what's cool about this. Now, what Andrew has been showing, by the way, Andrew's video isn't up, but that's cool. This is his first time using Google Hangouts, as we talked about. So, but he's got it. I mean, he's doing it. He's working it out. This is his Facebook group right here. If you could see inside here, this is his Facebook group. How many people are inside this push response group?
Let me check right now. It is over 2,300 people right now. It's growing every day. Yesterday was 64 new.
Okay, so a lot of people. So for those who did get push response, be sure to go into the Facebook group. There's a way to get inside the Facebook group in the members area. Just pop in there. For those who don't have push response, if you do want to pick up push response, just understand that this Facebook group is really a nice resource. You have people that are just testing out all sorts of stuff. I mean, I can see that the people are kind of testing out like different funnels here. I see like a mind map thing going on there on that particular image right there. And then there's also resources inside of here where people are kind of doing. There's a guy that does like these push response hacks, right? Oh, here we go, the Ninja Hacks Club, where this guy is kind of doing some different ways of using push response. So once you come in, if you don't have it or you do have it, be sure to get in the Facebook group. A very, very good resource for just getting all the knowledge about push response and different ways to use it. But Andrew, yeah, let's have you kind of go through the process of kind of showing maybe what the software looks like, the back end, and anything else you want to share. We don't want this to be that long of a workshop. I think we'll probably end this maybe in, I don't know, 20 or 30 minutes. And if there are people that have any particular questions, you guys feel free to start asking them, and I'll look at them and be sure to ask Andrew if there are of those questions. But let's have him kind of go through the process of what push response is. And for those who want to see how to get access to it, there are links on this particular page that you're on. There should be a button below the video, and then of course on the left side under my presenter image, there should be an area as well that you can see, you can click and see. So once you come into push response, you're then brought into the members area. And I think this is what we're looking at right now, right, Andrew? The members area?
Yeah, this is correct. But before I start the presentation, I want to just add one more comment maybe. That imagine that you were at the beginning of the internet email marketing. When the email marketing started, when not many people were mailing and your email was kind of one in the mailbox. So they will be getting email from family, maybe from some institution, and maybe one or two email only. Imagine what was open rate at that time and how good response was at that time. So with push response, we are exactly in this point. Not many people are using it. Mostly people who bought my software, maybe two or other like very expensive high-end stuff, but it's very fresh. This is a pioneer era when people are not getting bombarded every 5 minutes with the push response message. They are essentially getting push as myself. I'm getting mostly from Facebook. So I always click on this like I am conditioned. I am conditioned to click on the push response notification because I want to see what is going on Facebook. Yes.
Yes.
So this is the same kind of action people will be taking at the beginning, at least for 1 year, maybe 2 years before it will be more common. Clicking on your messages. This is why those response on those messages is so high right now. I get one time 83% clicks, 83%. Wow. You don't see it in clicks, not only watching, just clicks because they get it, they click it. So essentially, this is very powerful right now because this is like email marketing 15 years ago, maybe 20 years ago.
Yeah, at the beginning, this is you just said it. This is the kind of the pioneer phase where those who are coming in right now are seeing huge benefits from this type of technology because it's so fresh. It's such a different way to connect to an audience. And they're conditioned, as you just said, because, Facebook and the biggest companies out there have been doing this for a little while now. And, to them, if someone sees, it coming from your site, there's a lot of social proof that can go along with that, to where they're like, oh, well, this person has this level of technology, just like Facebook. I need to know that person, right? So it's pretty powerful stuff. You're exactly right.
Okay, so this is essentially true. So let's go to the nitty-gritty and let me show you essentially how it works. To make this test, I choose the only option form I have recently, which is free to add to it. It is essentially my bonus page Zoo blog. There is nothing here except when I am making my own promotion. Usually, you see the link bonus page Zoo / name of a product, and then when you see my bonus pages. But what I am trying to show you today is that I will add the push notification box to this. Right now, I have only email, so somebody can go to my website and submit an email. And during this presentation, I will add also the push response notification. So let's go to it. First of all, I will just create the new list. So it is pretty obvious. Let's say I will name it My Bonuses. It's just a name, must be unique because it will be on the pushresponse.net domain name.
Yep.
And then I have to decide if I want to have it on a leave or leave intent or timeout. I would do on timeout because better presentation. Also, I want them actually to see on my page, not when they leave my page.
So timeout means
exactly how many seconds after they visit my website, this pop-up which convinces them to allow will be seen on the website. It will be more clear after I show it.
I see. So
this is delay.
Here after a certain time, right?
Yeah, this is delay. I will set it to 0 for now because this is presentation. We don't want to wait. And then you have a following option. You have do not show banner anymore. It means that if somebody cancel or allow, cancel, not allow. Allow it, we'll never see it again. But if somebody cancel, you will never try to get them again. I
Gotcha.
think this option is maybe good for the main website of the big companies, but most people don't use it. So the most people actually using this option days before show again. You don't want them to bombard them the same day like 10 times, kind of annoy them. You want to give them a time before they see it again. So you can say like 3 days, for example. So if you would say set it to 3 days,
Yeah.
people will see this pop-up unless they are already allowed. So if somebody allowed you, they will never see it again, so you will not bother them whatsoever. But if they cancel, you will try to attempt to get them to allow not more often than 3 days, if we say 3 days.
Right. This makes sense. So I like this idea because then you're not bombarding them. If they're coming to your site over those 3 days, it makes sense. But then once you allow, as you say, once you allow, this goes away, right? For
Yes.
good, because now you're allowed, right?
Yes, exactly. If somebody is coming to the website who already is on your list, you don't want to annoy them with this pop notification. So I will show you later, but after I allow and then reload page, it will not show again. It means that you will not bother your visitors. They are already on the list and they have a very clean experience.
Makes sense. If they're on the list, they've already allowed, it's going away. But now doing it this way, you're only subtly suggesting that they allow for the pop-up to happen. You're not doing it every single time they come to the website. If they close it down, you only show it 3 days later if they are coming back to your website 3 days later, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
But for presentation purposes, I will check the show every time because I will be reloading pages and I want to have it seen. So for presentation purposes, I am showing this every time. I don't think you should use it, but it's up to you, of course, if you want to use it or not. So the best option, in my opinion, is this last one with this day's delay.
Cool.
Also, the next feature which we added actually the last week, which is very, very important for those who, of course, still want to build the email list, it is capture subscribe email. How it works? It works the way that after somebody allowed, you already, for push notification, why not try to attempt to also collect email address from them? And also, it is kind of this theory about this micro commitment. Because allow is very easy. As I show you, it is a one click essentially. So they click allow, they have this pop-up with information, what they will get, whatever you want to put there. And then after they allowed, they make a micro commitment because they allowed you to send push notification. And then only then after that, you are showing them your opt-in form. So they are highly more likely to enter the email because they already allowed you to deliver the push notification, so why not allow you also email? Well, of course, not all will do it, but it's kind of attempt and try to convince them to grab both of them.
Yes, I like this. So
I will say it to yes.
Okay.
So it will be better for presentation.
Yep.
And here is the redirect URL to which you want to redirect your visitors after they allowed. Or if you have enabled with subscriber emails, it is after they subscribe to the email.
Gotcha. So a thank you page or something to that effect.
Yes, exactly. Or a thank you page, landing page when you give. Let me put, for example, push response right there for the testing purposes. And then you have those areas when you want this pop-up to appear. As you see, very easy to use. You don't have to do anything. I want to do it actually in center. Let me explain you why. Because I want to be on the top on this button on this page.
That's
So
yeah.
I mean, you can put it whatever. You can put it here, here, here. But for purposes of this demo and also for this simple kind of landing opt-in page, I want to get to have a fast action, not an email, but I want to have this fast action for the push notification. As you will see this box right there. And even if they cancel, then they, after that, they have a second chance to subscribe to the email. So I have like a 3 edges here. First of all, we push notification here. They allow or not allow. If they allow, they still will be redirected to try to grab an email because we did set it up right there.
Yep.
Or if they cancel, they will still have this here where they can actually use an email opt-in. So I'm trying to do all I can on this page to get them to subscribe either to allow push notification or to the email address.
Right. I totally get this. It kind of, when you center the button in the middle, it just has, it's right near where they're gonna register anyway. It shows it right. It's where they're gonna take action, right in the center.
Yes, in this page, yes. If you have different pages, you may want to put in different
Yeah,
places.
depending on where you have the your action buttons and things like that. For those who are coming in, I do see some questions. Sherry said, "What platform is this?" This is called PushResponse.net. This is Andrew Darius. He's the founder of Push Response. We're talking about push notification as it's pushing through. If your screen is a bit blurry, it could be your internet. Just as an FYI, if you're coming to this page, there will be a replay of this particular workshop. So in that regard, if it's blurry now, it might not be blurry later on, depending on your internet speed as well. So just as an FYI, just thought I'd mention that to those who are coming in right now. Okay, Andrew, I'll let you keep going.
Also, while we discuss the browser push notification for the desktop, which we talked about before, about Chrome, about Firefox and Safari, which is main use of push response. Also, you can use push response on mobile devices, but only on Android devices.
Only on Android devices right now.
Yes, because Apple did not add this technology to the Safari browser on the iPhone, but it is working on Safari browser on the Mac. So I would guess that may add in the future, may not. It depends on Apple, what Apple will do. Right now, you can use it on Safari. On the Android devices with Chrome browser. Also, some of the newest devices, like Samsung devices, they have this Chrome-like browser, which also take those push notifications. So those are Android devices with Chrome browser, or the newer Android devices which has Chrome-like browser directly built into the default Android browser.
Yeah. So what's interesting about this is that what you're saying is, yes, you may have some people that can't use it because they're using their iPhone to watch, but at the end of the day, they might be watching. They're going to, they also might be going to your page in the browser, and in the future, Safari might be opening it up for the iPhone. So at the end of the day, you're still going to be getting people that you wouldn't have gotten before to get onto the push button notification. But even if you don't have that, you still have your opt-in availability if people are coming in from their iPhone anyway, right?
Exactly. So essentially, as I talked before, maybe I will repeat it right now, you get access to about 80% of the population who are using those supported browsers on the desktop. And depending on which country you live, the Android market share is between 70 to 80%, some markets maybe 60%. So between 60 and 80% of mobile users also will be able to get this extra push notifications.
Gotcha. Right.
Okay, so this is, let's go back to our demonstration here. So let me repeat what I did. I did add my list name essentially, which is my bonus. I set timeout or delay when my push response pop-up slide-in pop-up, which is which is not blocked by pop-up blockers. This is important to say. It is not blocked. So my pop-up will come up 0 second for purposes demonstration, and then I will continue show this banner every road for presentation. But I do suggest you use delay in days. Also, I did set up capture subscriber email after somebody allows you to send notification, and I decided to do it on the center of the screen because I like to have this right there on the top of my button here. So this is how we, and now I will just use the way. There are two ways of customize your pop-up. I will use the template way, which is easier way. You can also use more advanced custom way. So this is my title. The label of the OK button and cancel button. So let's do it like this. My title I will use for my title. I will use my title on the boss from the blog here. I will copy it and I will paste it right there. And you see you have a line preview on the bottom. So I just copy paste this best bonus block and you see it pop up right there. And let's say this OK button, I will change to something like I have here, like get best bonuses maybe, because it's more cool, I would say.
Yeah.
So now, instead of OK, you see right now you have OK, I will change it. Get.
Yeah, good. So you're creating a good call to action on this particular call to action button, right?
Yeah. Exactly. So you have get best bonuses here, and you have also this cancel kind of dark here. So it is still there, so we can cancel, but it is kind of washed out color blending kind of. So it's like less visible for user to click.
It's gonna look like. I got you. Okay.
Okay. So let's put some text there. I will just copy paste this text to explain user what they will get.
Mm-hmm.
And we are done, almost done. So we see how easy it is. So this is almost done. This is how I did my list setup. Not complicated at all. And I will just create.
And you don't even need to put an image in, right? I mean, you could put an image in if you wanted to.
So let me actually add the image in so it will look better. So I will just choose an image. Let me see. Maybe on my desktop I will find something.
Yeah. What's cool is that like this doesn't really take all that much time to put together.
Okay, you see, I just put my face here.
You're in the NASA hat. You always have this NASA hat on. I love it.
Yes, I love it. Yeah. Okay, so we have this push notification set up right now with my image. Of course, actually, you should use image because image can be either catch the eyes or can be additional call to action. It could be an arrow, even or some, I don't know, some very catchy viral image which catch attention. So yes, absolutely use it. Thank you for pointing it out for demonstration. So for demonstration, I'm using my face.
Yep.
For example, if I want to brand myself like I am doing with NASA hat, for example, and many people knew me from my images on the website, I would use actually my face as an image, not a call to action, because that way they kind of know who is getting this notification, and if they like me and if they feel the value I am delivering with my notification, they more likely will be able to continue to click on them and see what good stuff they can get from me.
Yeah. So did you get that, everyone? So what's cool is like, remember, this is popping into their computer. So if you're about to run an event and you can push out a broadcast from push response saying, hey, make sure you come to the event or register, and to remind them that it's you that's coming into their computer, have an image of yourself, right? So that way they're like, oh yeah, right. I know, I forgot that I said, yes, I want to get information from Casey or Andrew when he's doing his next webinar or next training. So it helps them to know who that you are or who they signed up to. And it's really great for obviously personal branding and building a trust and things like that. So cool. That's awesome. Andrew, I'll let you keep going.
Okay. So this is the list I just did. This is one I just created a moment ago.
Yep.
So now it is super, super easy to do. All I have to do is to click on this gear here and response script.
Response script. Okay.
Essentially, there are two ways of using it. I will be using this script. All I have to do to make it work on my website, nothing else needed. I will show it on my WordPress site, but you can make it in any HTML or whatever. Just copy paste this. So I will copy it. And of course, I will copy it, but before I do that, you can also have direct link. This direct link is if you want to use it on the Facebook or any other social media, or you want to send it by text message, or you want to do anything actually with it, like put this link, for example, below your webinar or whatever.
Yeah.
So because on Facebook you cannot use JavaScript. They simply don't work on Facebook. Facebook is stripping right. This, but this you can use it. Also, if you want to have your custom button, of course, our pop-up notification are nice. I showed you a template. There are also customization option, but sometimes you want to have just a call to action button with your own graphic on the website, which is not sliding in, but it's always there. So for that, you can also use this direct link.
Yes, I got it. So you can have your own image on your website. You could put it into Facebook. You could put it in to Twitter. I like that. What I also like is you said you can have it almost like in your webinar as like click here to get notified of when this webinar is, and it's an instant image instead of the JavaScript pop-up, which is the script right there. So this bit of coding, you're going to take that and you're going to put that into your website, right? Or do you put it into the web page?
Yes,
we'll see how you do that. Yeah.
So I will just copy it here. And here is the page I just showed you before. So here is my WordPress. I'm using one of those website builder, but you can use any of them. I'm just using because it's easier for me. Yes.
Yep. So this is WordPress page. You're in WordPress, and this is one of your page builders. I use OptimizePress 2, and there's all sorts of ones that you can use. So yeah, go ahead. We'll see where you put this code.
Okay, you can put it anywhere on the page. This is beautiful. Oh. You don't have to put it on the header. You don't have to put it on the footer. You can put anywhere on the website. So I will just put it on here. So I will just add a box. This is just a box. It's nothing else. Just a box with random text. I will just delete this text, and I'm done. I will save it. See,
I see. So you just put it where you can put HTML, right? Any box that will take HTML, which now what's cool about lead pages is lead pages actually will take allow for HTML, you know, and JavaScript. So I think you could probably put this into a lead pages page now.
And right now, yes, exactly. Anything you want. Right. And we are done. Let me reload this. That's it. You see?
Yeah.
We did it. So it was all it takes. I just create the list right inside your eyes. This is not all. I will show you also customization, but let me tell you what I did. I created the list. You saw it. It's one screen.
Yeah. It took no time.
No time. Then I copy a one line of code, and I just paste this one line of code right there as HTML anywhere on this website, and you are done. That's it.
Wow.
And now, okay, go ahead.
Yeah, no, that's very, very cool. So that's all it took. It took literally maybe a total of like 10 minutes to maybe build out the actual notification. So when they click that get bonus best bonuses, what does that do? That adds them to the list?
Yes, I will show you how it works, but it took us 10 minutes to do it because I was explaining how to do it.
Yeah.
But I think you can do it in 60 seconds. No problem at all.
I'm going to go to this, bonuspagezoo.com.
Make sure you're using Chrome, Firefox, or Safari.
Yep, I'm in there right now, so I'm seeing it. I can actually share my screen too. If you guys want to see what this looks like, let's go with here.
Let me actually show how it works from this point on, because it is important.
Okay, I'll let you do it. Go for it.
Okay, so are you guys seeing my screen right now?
Yes, they see your screen.
Okay, good. So you have two options. You can cancel, of course, if this is set for a instant replay. When I reload, it will show again. But if it is safe for like 3 days, we discussed, it will not. But I will approve. So get best bonuses. As you see, we get this pop-up here. You can customize this on this page. This push response loading. You can put any text you want here. I just use the default. I will show you in a few seconds exactly how you did it. But here's the thing. You see this? So here you will have to put the call to action, which push them to click this allow button here.
I see. Okay. Yes.
Because this is a default. You cannot change the look of it because this is a default browser pop-up, like in Chrome browser right now, which means that you have. Let me close this one here. It was a push notification. Did you see this? It was a push notification a second ago, but let's go back to this one. So this is default browser push notification. Since you cannot do anything with it, This area here now is default, but you should use this area with call to action and maybe the bonus byte or subscriber byte like you would use for email, like click allow and you to get this free course or this free gift, whatever you want to call it. Do whatever you want here on this page to help them to click on this allow button.
Yep. The goal is to get them to click on that allow button, and all that you say can be customized. Now, could you have a video in there or no?
I mean, right now you cannot have video, but we are working on it. It will be possible soon, probably in 2 to 3 weeks. We are adding this new feature, so you will be able to have a video on this page. So you can have video when you point with your finger, click allow above my head or something like this.
Like click here to get notified when this webinar goes live, or when this, when we have this available to you, or something like
exactly.
that.
So let me click this allow button. I click it, and remember that I did set to try collect email. This is this form. You can customize it. I will show you inside in the minute how you can customize. So you can put any text here, and of course you can subscribe. So let me do it test.
And I just did this already, by the way, on mine, and I saw this, and I actually subscribed to it already.
Okay, whatever. Let's say test.com. I will show you how you can see it in member area later on. So I will subscribe it, and after I subscribe it, it is subscribing, and it did redirect to the page which I set up in the list settings. Remember, I push this push response as a setting. Let me go back. So essentially, let me show you where it was set up. I will go to my list again.
Yep.
Go to edit, and you see right there. So it was this link to which I was redirected after this opt-in. So let me repeat in a few words what was done. I said over here, I said I have the subscription. Somebody go to website, so pop-up, clicked on the pop-up. We have this page with information and the call to action to click allow on the top. They click allow, and then because I have this yes here, they will ask also for the email address, and then this email was subscribed to my list, and then somebody was redirected.
Yep, that's right.
So let me show you where you can see those leads. Okay, see, this is Casey email, and this is this email which I did. You have also the location. I forgot to tell you.
Oh, that's cool.
When
our longitude and latitude location. That's neat.
So you have the country and the city.
What browser they subscribed in too, so you can actually see where the majority of your, say, leads are coming from. If people are using them in Chrome or using them in Safari, it gives you kind of more data about where people are consuming the content, which browsers. That's cool.
Exactly. So I subscribe with Chrome, and I see that you use Safari to subscribe.
Yep.
Okay, so we have both subscribers, 2 subscribers right now. Also, why this information is important is not just for fun, so you can know where they are. It is that you can then message them locally. So imagine if you are running the event, or you are a musician who have a concert in the town, or any kind of localized event, I don't know, maybe seminar or event when people are physically on the country, on the site. So let's say you have an event in New York City. You may want to blast the message on like 30 miles from this New York City center. That way, all people who are on this area can get the message and can see that the event is happening, but you will not be bothering people, if you don't want to, who are living in different countries or too far from your event.
Wow, I totally get that. So you're saying that the cool part of this is that you can locally target based on this information. So you can actually see the majority of where people are signing up, and then send out based on location.
Yes, okay, go ahead.
How would you do that exactly?
I will show you later on how it works when I will broadcasting. Sorry, okay. to you. But let me do the flow here. And let me tell also that is very important for local consultants who are working with local businesses. because as name said, local businesses are local. They want to broadcast their message only to people who are in the city, for example, yes?
Right.
Or to a few locations they are located in. They don't want at all. So if you are working with offline and online businesses who are local, this is perfect tool to help your users to do it. We have also agency program. I can discuss it later, not right now, but this is for it.
Right.
So let me show you how you can actually send the message. So also you have operating system here. So you see, I was in Windows here, and Casey was on Safari on the Mac.
Yep.
Okay, so let me go to the message. You see also the subscriber count is now is 2, because one is me and one is Casey, who are subscriber. So what we can do right here, we can also so we can send notification. So let me first try to send notification, which is the broadcast. It will not be like later on, but it will be right now.
Okay, so now this is the broadcast that goes into
Okay.
when you're saying, "Hey, now great," because they've already said yes that they will take the notification. Now you're creating a notification for an action to be performed, right? So
exactly, this is like an email, but the push notification, so that it's shorter than email. It is what will be showing essentially on the pop-up on the screen. Please know that because it is operating system, or rather the browser on the operating system format, you cannot customize the look of the notification itself. It is always the same format. It is both good and bad, but I think more good than bad, because it is exactly the same format Facebook have to use.
right.
Or you know what I mean? It's exactly the same as Facebook messaging you.
They're used to it. Yeah, exactly. It's something that people, it has that same perception as what Facebook uses, what any other notification platform uses. So they see it, they'll click it, right? They'll see it, they'll click it. They're like, oh, this is from something that this is from one of the platforms that I'm used to using.
Exactly. So let me show. I will just fill it quickly. So let me show an example of promotion I may be sending. For example, Niche Exploit is actually this is cool application which came up today. I will not be promoting it now, so I will not talk more about it. But essentially, let's pretend this is a promo. It's not a real promo, but we pretend. Niche Exploit exclusive bonus, for example, exclusive bonus. Yes. I'm making okay. This is my title. I see it. People don't see it. So this is could be anything here.
Okay, that's for you. It's internal, so you know. Okay, got
I would just use the same as the title because I already typed it.
For this example, okay.
Okay. And then I will put something like this: Niche Exploit, the best YouTube research tool.
Cool.
Exclusive. I'm sorry, exclusive. I tend to make a lot of mistakes in typing.
It's okay. It's okay. We don't care about this grammar. Or, no one cares about spelling. They like the functionality. I think. That's
okay, so we have this. It could be longer. I just put 82 characters. I don't remember the limit. I think it is 150 right now. So there's a limit of character, and you know how many characters did you use because you have this number of characters left. Yes, so you have 82 left. So you never go over the limit, because if it's more, it will no longer show. This is just a browser limit on the push notifications. Yes.
Okay, gotcha.
So I just put this short message here and a link. I will not use a real link. I will just use maybe Google. Yes, so we'll just redirect to Google, or maybe Expandio, let's say. Expandio, which is my video software, actually.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. So this is a link to which they go after click. Send automatic message after users join. It is irrelevant to the settings because it's more for a sequence, but to keep the same form I'm using to yes. And then I can choose the list. I forget which one we did. I think we did with my bonus those two visitors. So here, essentially, you can add more lists if you want. So you can have all of them. I will not add all of them, just this one. So if more lists, you can have a segmentation. This is important. If you have many different websites, every release is a different list, essentially, like the same as you can do with GetResponse, with Aweber, with SendLane, and any other email autoresponders. You're creating the list, and you can segment your viewers by the list, yes, or by the subject if you have many different websites on the same subject. So, for example, you may have a webinar list with a training webinar list when you train people or give tips or stuff like this. And then you make a separate bonus list. For example, we put this opt-in form for the push notifications on my bonus blog. Yes, so I assume those people are not interested in. I actually cannot assume anything, but I know they came in to this website to get bonuses. Yes, so this is why this message is relevant to them, because they opt in to push notification on my bonus page. So I want to send only to this bonus page. But if you have more pages when I have the same type of visitors which want to get bonuses, I can just select as many as I want and then broadcast the very same message to all of them.
Gotcha. Okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah, you're right now you're segmenting, but you could send a broadcast to everyone.
Yes, and you did ask question how you send it locally. So here we go. I add filter, and then I can essentially use geolocation. I will not be doing right now. I'm using OpenStreetMap. This is not Google Map, because OpenStreet cannot be blocked by Google, obviously. So, but it's the same good. So I can essentially zoom in, zoom out to location and place and choose where I want to actually broadcast. I will not be doing right now, but you can do it. And this is essentially the answer what you tell how do you broadcast to New York. So you just scroll to New York. Sorry, I too fast. Okay, and you're there. You are in Manhattan. Yes, you can zoom, and you can broadcast whenever you want. You just select when you want to broadcast, and that's it.
Wow, that's really cool. So this is for local marketing. I mean, if someone wants to use this platform for their clients, local clients, it's pretty. You can get it so geocentric that, you know, if especially like, let's say you have a mom and pop shop, or like a Pilates studio or something, to where you have maybe a discount going on for, you know, getting classes. Well, this is a great way for them to get that locally, saying, hey, in your neighborhood, there's a discount going on for this Pilates studio. Get this discount now. This is terrific, because you can use this for your clients. You can use it for yourself if you're someone who maybe has a local business. So, this is for anyone. This is for any type of and for any type of business looking to get kind of this this level of traffic, whether it's a mom and pop shop, an attorney, a doctor, anyone, and of course, content creators and people that are kind of doing things online, building their own personal brands, etc. So this is very, very cool. I love that.
Also, there is maybe more important, equally important thing is the language. Why? Because you want to communicate, if you can, with the same language when your viewer is. Even if you are only targeting US, for example, if people are using different language in the browser, it means they are more comfortable to use this language. Maybe Spanish, for example, or different example. Let's say Spanish or Chinese are very good examples. So if you are broadcasting the message to people who speak Chinese, how do we know it? Because they have browser set up to Chinese. So during the sign up for the push notification, our system is checking which language they are using in the browser. And this language is attached to the subscriber record. So that way, you are able to target everybody with a language. So let's say Spanish, yes? So if you have people in US and many people are more comfortable in Spanish than English, you can set up to Spanish and send different message. Maybe you want to send, because maybe you speak Spanish or you want to use Google Translate or whatever to approach with, or maybe you are essentially selling, for example, I don't know, something which is specifically for people speaking Spanish to learn English, or maybe people who speak English learn Spanish, whatever case may be, whatever product you promote, it's easier to speak your audience language when speaking a different language.
Wow. So are you saying that you can segment and create a push notification for different languages, right? So
Yes,
you create
exactly.
one that's specifically for in Spanish, one in German, one in, you know, any other language, and geolocate and geo-target rather that particular push notification. So it's only going to be shown to those people who speak Spanish in a specific location that you target, right?
Yes, or you can not use location at all and only use language settings. So that way, just language or just location.
Wow. So you can just do, that's really cool. So you can just do language based on the United States or based on, you know, Europe or wherever, right? Okay, very, very cool. So
I will remove this filter for our test purposes. It is hidden nicely. And I will create this notification. Now it's created, but it is not sent yet. It was just added to my list. So right now, what I have to do, you see send 0, deliver 0. I will try to send it right now. It is live. I didn't test it, so let's see how it works. So I will set it to instant broadcast because I want to do it right now. But of course, you ask if we can schedule. Yes, we can.
wow,
We can set specific time. You can set the time zone and you can do a lifetime. What is lifetime? This is very important to notice what is lifetime right now before I send it. Lifetime is how long the message is live in system and try to deliver to the user before the message expired. It is used, for example, when somebody is not on their computer right now. For example, if I have my laptop switched off, yes, I'm not on my laptop.
Yeah.
And when I go later, fire up laptop, for example, from Facebook, I am getting notification which was recent. Yes, I'm usually not getting notification from the day before because they are too old. So essentially, it is a lifetime of notification. How long the message should wait to be delivered to your browser before you no longer want to deliver it.
Yeah. So if you're gone, let's say you're away from your computer for 7 hours, that message will still show up if you show the lifetime, like a lifespan, I guess, of that message, right? So if it's 24 hours of a lifespan of that message, that's as long as it's going to last, or 48 hours or something like that, right?
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Excuse me.
Very cool.
Let me answer for a second that I cannot talk right now. Not now. My wife is calling essentially. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
On the phone. She is in Europe on vacation right now, so I have to just reply that I cannot talk right now, so she will not feel bad.
No, it's okay. You have to answer that. I know you told me that you were taking her to the airport the other day.
Yes, exactly.
This is really cool. So this is now scheduling. And for those who are coming in now, we're at scheduling. So you're scheduling your notification go out. They've already accepted the notification on their website or on your website.
Okay, yes. So I'm back. This is also there is also one more setting which is very important. Let me explain what it is because our user want to know it. The one thing about which is great about the push notification because they grab attention for one of those reasons is that this only short time appear on the screen, so users are kind of forced to take action instantly, yes, because they know that this notification will disappear in 30 seconds, which is helping with clicks on notification, with call to action and everything, but also it means that if they are not fast enough, they essentially cannot click, yes. Usually they can, but if they are disturbed, for example, like my wife call right now, yes, I would rather answer my wife niche click on the push notification, even if I want to see it, because I'm on the phone and then I see on my screen. I cannot do both things at the same time. So this setting is allowed to repeat the same message exactly the same message X times. You decide how many times do you want
Mhm.
until somebody actually clicks on the message.
I
And
see. So I get this all the time from like internally in my like Google Chrome. It says like update your Google Chrome or something, and they have it timed where it probably sends it to me, 6 times once every 12 hours or something like that, or something to that effect.
exactly. The one thing which you must make sure that the number of repeats, time of repeat delay, interval, essentially this one is how often you want to show these repeats. I would say, 10 minutes, maybe 20 minutes, maybe 30 minutes. I will not do, not overdo it. Don't do it like 6 hours, maybe 2 hours, maybe hour is good too. So what you want to do is the number of time of repeat times delay must be smaller than a lifetime.
Okay, so you would say how many times to repeat then? Once?
I would say five,
Okay,
maybe.
five. Okay.
Depending, of course, what you do. Because if you do webinar, maybe not that many. Because you want to repeat like maybe hour before, or maybe I don't know. Maybe actually you want to repeat 3 times in a 5 minute span or 15 minute span, short period of time. Because you are starting webinar, you want to get people a webinar, but you do not want to get people in the middle of webinar or on the end of webinar. Yes.
I see. Yeah. Mhm.
But for other stuff, like you promote, for example, the offer which is valid for a whole day, you may want to have it more and spend more, like more distance between messages, maybe 5 times every 1 hour or something like that.
I see. Okay. I get that. Yeah. Cool.
So I will not do it right now because we are testing live. So I will just do instant broadcast. Let
Okay.
me send it right now. See on the screen right there.
Yeah, I get it. I just got it. Just it came to me too.
See, this is the message I get. If I click on this, I just click on it. I'm going to actually I probably misspell my website, so I got to no font Explandio. See, I misspelled my domain name, but if it was correct
Yeah.
domain name,
You
it
click
would
it and it would go right to the website or wherever you have them going to. Yeah.
okay. Now you will see here the two messages are sent. Yes, I will refresh this, and you see that one is delivered right now. Because I just click rate is 100 because it was delivered to my browser and it is clicked.
Yep.
Time instant broadcast. So essentially, this is how it works on the instant broadcast.
Wow.
First you created the list, then somebody subscribe, could allow the notification, you could grab an email address, then you go and create this new notification, and then you just send this notification, and that's pretty much it. Yes, and I could
Wow.
click,
Yeah.
yeah, I
Yeah.
could
Yeah.
click
Yeah.
on it.
That is so. We just saw the basic layout of how this works. So you essentially you create the push notification. They accept it. Then you create the broadcast that goes out. You create many of them. Now there is yeah, we're at the hour mark. I don't want to get too much into this, but there is a sequence tab that you have here, which I'm assuming allows you to take different broadcasts and kind of segment them together. Is that right?
Yeah,
Or different?
yes. Let me show you. So it will not make it too long this webinar.
Yeah.
Let me show you actually something how it looks done by user who make suggestions. So if you see on the screen, so let me go back to the settings. I will explain you. When you create a new sequence, you essentially adding the message exactly the same way
Yep.
as we added the notification. There is no difference really. The only difference is that now this setting does matter. Send automatic message when user join. If you want to yes, if you want to instantly deliver the thank you message with the gift, for example, or with the thank you page link. So the only difference between this notification here, right there, and notification on the first notification on the sequence is send automatic message when user join. What it does, it essentially after at the same moment they click allow, it pop-ups in the screen like I saw my broadcast popped up, and it can be for example the gift delivery. So on this pop-up, on opt-in pop-up, you say, okay, if you click allow, I will give you this ebook, or I will give you this access to my video, or my second video, for example, maybe on the page with video 1, and it says, okay, allow notifications, and I will send you video 2. So this pop-up may say, okay, this is your link to video 2, click here, or this is your gift, click here. So this is what it is for.
Wow. So this is like using something like, this is kind of similar to what like Facebook does, right? Like, I mean, not Facebook, but like if you think about Infusionsoft, right? So you can create follow-up sequences based on actions performed. So if they click on something, that's when the next one can go out, type of thing, right?
Exactly. Also, let me explain. We actually make it better, because usually when you have get response, a Weber or whatever autoresponder are using, Sedlane, for example, it is usually like this green line here. So this is what you see is from user. This is not mine. This is from user who posts on our group.
So if you can't see it, let's say it's blurry right now. Well, in the Facebook group, it's pretty clear. You'll be able to see it really, really clear in the Facebook group. You can download this link, this image, and see how this person is kind of syncing this up. It's in a different language.
Which is a language because this is the user from different language, but it is essentially that any text you put is just a name of your could be 1, 2, 3.
Chat, sales, yeah. So it really is whatever. It's more of the sequence that you want to pay attention to.
Okay, so if you remember, if you know email autoresponder, they are kind of on the strain line sequence. So this is with one line here. So you are sending message first immediately, second message the next day, and maybe in 3 days, maybe in a week, and so on. We make it better because you can have different sequence depending if somebody clicked or not click on notification.
Right. I mean, this is exactly like what you do with Infusionsoft. Like you have, what you have here is almost like a CRM based thing with push button notifications. So if they clicked on something, you have a follow up. If they don't click, you can follow up with, hey, by the way, notice you did not, take advantage of this. It's closing down. Or if they did click it, you can follow up with an entirely different segmentation, right? Segmented.
Exactly. For example, let's say the first one is about watch my video. This number 1 here.
Yeah.
Watch my video. If they actually clicked, you assume they did watch the video. Yes. If they don't click, you want to follow up. Okay, you don't see it. But if they see it, the next message will be not see the same video, but see my number 2, number 3.
Right. Right. So if they see it, they click video 1, then the next message is video 2. If it's not, you take them back to video 1, right?
Exactly how you can do it.
Wow.
Also, we have different setup, not only click-based, but we did something like a Facebook pixel. Some people know Facebook pixel, some people don't.
Yep. Facebook pixels, where you can customize like custom audience or
exactly. So what we are doing here, it is working kind of the same way, but for the sequences. Then you can essentially switch the sequence based on if somebody visited some page. Usually people will use it for the funnels. For example, you have a front-end product, when you have OTO, OTO2, and so on. You cannot really do it on the clicks because they may click to your OTO1 page or to your front-end page, but if they didn't buy, yes, so they went, they did click, but they didn't buy. So you still want to message them about the same offer, but at the same time, you don't want to message them if they actually bought this, because they already have it, but you want to maybe help them help sell to this OTO because they went to your page after your thank you page when you are offering then upsell. Yes.
Yeah. So the clicks, they can only tell you the actions, but they can only tell you that they clicked to the website. They can't tell you if there's a conversion, but the pixels can tell you if there is a conversion, right? Like if someone actually bought.
Exactly. So this is very, very, very powerful because you can switch messages in sequences based on somebody visited any website. Usually it is in funnel, as I said. For example, they buy a front-end offer. You have, let's say, you have front-end offer and OTO1 and OTO2. So you have 2 upsells. Main offer, upsell 1, and upsell 2.
Yep.
So if somebody bought the front end, they will hit the pixel on upsell 1. But if they didn't buy OTO2, they will not hit it, upsell 2. So as long as they didn't hit the upsell 2, you can still broadcast them the reminder maybe a few times, maybe 3 times, maybe 5 times. Hey, we thank you very much for buying this main offer and our upsell. You're absolutely great. You have whatever you want, but we have some extra stuff which is optional, but it can improve your results. And get this upsell too. And essentially, this pixel you see here is our own upsell because this pixel is our pro version. So it is not in the main offer. So main offer, so everything we discussed so far, exactly everything. So everything until this point was the main offer, main push response offer. But this pixel here is a pro offer, pro upsell. So if you feel that this is a value for you to be able to message users based on what they purchase or visit page, this is the upsell for push response if people are using it.
Yeah, this is, I mean, this is a pretty powerful benefit and feature. You know, this might be a little pro. This is a bit pro. So some of you may not know, you know, how to use pixels, but at the end of the day, this is, if you do know how to use it or have someone who can do it for you, segmenting and knowing actions and giving messages based on those actions, you're just going to see a better return. So that's why this is a powerful, you know, pro tool, because of what you can do with it. But you know, some of you are just beginning. There was a question Jordan had. How well has this been working when used as the only option for landing pages or for lead generation campaigns without an email opt-in? What do you think, Andrew? How has this been performing?
Okay, so we have many results from users on the Facebook group, so you can go there because there are some users which have very great results. We have users which have this opt-in for allow, I mean this push notification opt-in by themselves, or they have email after. Essentially, I would say that you want to use both. If you don't have to, but want to use both, because since the email is after the main one, you may want actually to use it that way, like it in the system where they have this subscription form, but you don't have to do it. What you want to do in this case, if you don't want to collect this opt-in after immediately after allow, have this redirect tool. Oh, I will actually show you how to do it because it is very easy and fast to demonstrate.
Okay.
Let's go to our list.
Okay, so what we've described how the sequencing works, right? So the sequencing, everyone, that's how it works. You can go from one to the next to the next. We don't have time to go through the entire thing in this particular demo, but what? Yeah, Andrew, go ahead and show that what you've just mentioned here, and then I will. We're gonna have to probably cut it close. We're gonna have to end it. I have another meeting at 12:30, so we're gonna have to probably end this in the next 5 to 10 minutes. But if there are any questions, now is the time to put them in. And of course, there are links to get access to push response on this particular page. You can get access underneath this video or to the side underneath my face. There's a link there as well. But go ahead, Andrew.
To answer that question that user did ask, what I will do in your case, I will switch this to no. So essentially, what I'm saying that you are now, if you switch to no, you now have only those push notification, and you have a landing page here. But this landing page not necessarily have to be without opt-in form.
Yeah. So here, let me. So you're saying you can turn off the capture subscriber's email to no. You can set it to no, and as soon as they click yes, it'll redirect, and you can redirect that to a landing page with an opt-in form on it, right? So you can have a kind of a soft, you know, sort of a soft, not sell, but soft opt-in option where first they take the push button notification option to say yes, and then from there redirect to a page where they can then maybe register for a webinar, right? Or you know, something to that effect. Or maybe this is a private webinar for only members only, right? So you can kind of make it really enticing. Say thank you, you know, you opted to get this notification now, This is for you. It's a private, exclusive, invite only webinar. Register here. That's when you can get their email. That's really cool. Okay, I'll let you keep going then.
Okay, so to not make it very long, you can also use it. For example, if you do directly, you can use it as a opt-in-bite delivery rate, like a thank you page with a gift, to not force them to use opt-in, because they make you cheated if you actually sometimes some people on some cases may feel cheated because you offer them a gift for allow and then force them to subscribe. So you still to know, have this directed to deliver your promise. So you are delivering them immediately, so they want it and they sign up with push notification in the first place, but still below that you can have this opt-in form. So it's kind of a nicer way of saying thank you, have your gift here, but by the way, if you want more or whatever, have this opt-in. So yes, we have users using like this. On the Facebook group, we have some person who on first week of using the push notification with direct link, which I showed you before. Let me show you it again. Details, not details, sorry. Actually, it was response script. We have user who only use Facebook. If they didn't have any page, they didn't have blog, they didn't have anything, only use this direct link posted on this Facebook page profile when they discussing when stuff. He's have some videos. He's doing live cast on the Facebook, and have this direct link in the page menu on the Facebook and also in the post. And he built 384 subscribers.
Wow.
I think it was like 3 days, if I'm not mistaken, 2 or 3 days. Let's say.
I remember seeing those posts in the Facebook group that it was like, hey, I just did this and I'm just testing this out and these are the results. I mean, I think here's the thing, you're going to get some results. I mean, I believe that, obviously, you're only going to get results based on your own offers and things like that. But it's been working for people really, really well because of the fact that it's different and unique from just simply, sending an email out, right? Or rather having the opt-in. So I do think that you can have success with it just having it as the sole thing that you're kind of using.
Also, I do not take much more time. Let me spend maybe 2-3 minutes to saying what more is in EOTO, because we already said that in upsell which we have is this pixel. This pixel is very easy to add. This is what I want to say, and maybe one more thing. Mm-hmm. This pixel is not complicated in our case, like maybe Facebook pixel who need more. This pixel, you set up exactly the same thing in the list. Essentially, pixel looks like this. You just copy paste the JavaScript code, and you are done with the pixel. This is all it takes. So it's just another form with copy paste to your site. The pixel is set. This is very easy, and this is not the only feature of a pro version on upsell of push response, because as we discussed, you get everything we discussed today except this pixel in the main offer. Because we don't want to cut offer, we want to deliver value. And if we call something pro, it is pro. It is not a basic feature. So the only push response feature, the only one for the pro is this pixel, nothing else. But to make it better offer for people to have, I assume everybody on this call has push response, and probably 50% have this upsell.
Pro version, yeah.
Pro version, but what is more in pro version, which we don't have time to dig into, so I will only mention it on this in the moment, is Facebook notification list. You can actually build a list. I will not do it right now. You can build a list on the Facebook, and then after that, users will get those notifications right there. So you have a lot of notification here. So do you see this notification here?
Yeah.
So the pro option, which is part of the pro upsell, our OTO for push notification pro, gives you this pixel to switch the messaging based on the page user visitors. It's not only for the sales funnel, but can be any page. because if they visit your page with the cats, you may want to send message with the cats. If you visit your page with the dogs, you may want to the dogs. You know what I mean? Or if they are women or men, if they are on your pages with a woman, and you want to send only to like woman related stuff, maybe to buy, or men related stuff. So this pixel for the switching messaging is also for any page, not on the funnel, but any page on the subject.
Right, right. Wow.
But going back to Facebook, this pro feature is adding this list. If you don't have a pro version, you have only this web option, which is almost 100% of push notification except pixels. But the pro version is adding these pixels and also adding the Facebook list, Facebook notification, which is here. Do you know what I'm doing? The first thing which I'm doing on the Facebook when I go in, I click this globe here.
So do I. Yeah.
This is the first thing, and you see, those are notifications. And after you get the pro version, you will be able to do exactly the same thing: time, instant, sequences, everything else, to be able to send this notification here. And also, there's one more thing. You will be able to capture the confirm Facebook email address from people who Facebook email address, Facebook user email address which they have on their Facebook account.
No way. So it allows you to collect the email that they've used to register with Facebook. So you don't have to. So you, by having that, it's almost like you don't need to ask for the opt-in on the second, right after they sign up for the notification, if it's through the Facebook pixel.
Assuming that they want to sign up with Facebook, not people want. So this is why you have many options. But most people are used to click, and they are on, because you know what is also another very powerful thing for push notification. There is no any data entry. People hate doing something. They typing,
right?
But they are kind of conditioned to do clicks. Click. This is how everything works now in the top giants, on Facebook, everywhere. So they don't even think, they just click. And this is the technology which is based on this. So they click, and they're on your list. Yes, that's the same with Facebook notification upgrade pro. We just click 3 times. Actually, 2 times, I think. Let's say 3 times they click. And you not only can send them the notification right there, which after a click will redirect them to your page or to whatever page you want, but also you will collect on autopilot the Facebook confirm email addresses they sign up with Facebook with.
Wow. I mean that's pretty cool stuff. I mean, that's, you know, now you're getting into just the easiest way, or the best way to collect it, where it's easiest for the user who's coming through. They don't have to take a lot of action. They simply, it's one click, boom, they're added to it. And it's integrated with Facebook, which is like what everybody uses. I mean, Facebook has 1.4 billion users using Facebook right now. So this is a pretty remarkable thing. I mean, this is where your audience is. They're on Facebook. So, being in the ecosystem of Facebook, you're probably going to get a huge number of people signing up. That's extremely cool.
Also, I'm just showing you Facebook group right now. So if you see some of users, this is not our employee or our partner or contractor, whatever.
Campaign. I know who Steve is.
Okay, so Steve is doing very good stuff with push response. He's putting up trainings and everything, and this is one of his training ninja hacks, so to speak, about what you can do with push response. Sometimes I didn't actually get in a sense what you can do with push response. We didn't expect that you can even do so much more with adding some kind of hacks and tricks, how can pop up, show in with delays or over time, whatever. But Steve figured it out because it is his work. He's like this cool hacker for websites.
Yeah. I know who Steve is. I've known him for quite a while. He's friends with Sherry Rose, so I know who he is. And I'm actually at his Facebook page. I see he does these webinars. you know, the thing is, it's like you have people that really dive in. The users are the ones that really start to test it out, play with it, and they're the ones that come up with these cool different uses for it, really creative uses. And Steve is one of them, who's created a kind of a great resource for any push response member coming in, and just it's really cool.
And
Really cool.
I will spend maybe 1 minute to not keep anybody here. What is a short-term new feature coming in? I will mention only one because we are almost out of time on this webinar. The feature which is coming, I would say this week until the end of coming week, is a feature, very cool feature. Let me show you what it will do. I will go now back to our example right here to details. So you see those emails here, right? You see those emails
Yes.
which we collected using this form. And if you use this native form right there, what we are adding is adding our system which we previously used in SyncLeads. What it does, it allows you to, let me go back to our Facebook group. I think Sim posted what it does, so I want to just fast scroll. Okay, so this is this post. This is a list of autoresponders to which you will be able to autoresponder and webinars too, not only autoresponders, to which you will be able to immediately post your email subscribers to. And
Wow.
you can post to multiple different ones at the same time. What does it mean? It means that you can at the same time subscribe user to, let's say, 2 autoresponders because you want to be covered if somebody autoresponder ban your account, which is not often, but it does happen. And we know at least few people who were banned, especially marketers who are sending out of emails. So you want to, for example, have this email on both autoresponder, both GetResponse, Aweber, and maybe MailChimp, whatever you use, maybe 1 or 2, and at the same time, for example, you can make a free membership for user and sign up them to webinar, like free actions at the same time. So for example, you may have a gift for user for allowing you push notifications, actually subscribe email. Right now we're talking about emails. So for just for extra email, so they allow your push notification, then you have the call to action. Okay, thank you very much for your allowing to send us push notification. You should already see in the bottom corner of the screen the link to the gift we deliver with push notification. Make sure to click on it to get it. But if you also enter your email address, you will be able to get this free membership to our website to get more or whatever you have, or training, whatever. So they are convinced, they are entering this, boom, and at the same time, you're grabbing this email, you're submitting this email to any autoresponder you want. At the same time, you are creating the free membership for them to deliver actually the value. And this is a very great thing to do because users tend to kind of feel value of membership site. They go inside, they feel stuff you deliver, maybe video, and you can also have an upsell there if you want to upsell them because you deliver value for free. And then, by the way, I have this. And at the same time, maybe you have a webinar and want to have a webinar like a weekly schedule, a webinar on autopilot going, for example, autopilot. You don't have to be there.
We need to add Easy Webinar to this list, by the way.
Yes, if you have an API, I will just need to get our developers. We need to get the API of your system, and they will add it. Why not? We have 32 already. I think if you have API, it is 1 to 2 days.
But you also take the HTML code too, so we can work with these webinars.
But problem is that the more advanced webinar system like yours is, the more advanced the webinar opt-in form is. And we try to add it to yours, but you have JavaScript because your webinar is so good. Because it is live action, so it's a really good webinar system. We could not make a HTML from work for you because it is essentially very advanced.
It has a lot of drop down. You're right. We have, like, if you're using an automated webinar platform, there are more fields, right? Is that
exactly? Yes, field, and also it's JavaScript because you essentially the better webinar system is. The form is not just HTML form. This form includes additional things like JavaScript, which cannot be processed by the system because it's JavaScript. It is working in browser, not on the server part. So this is why we could not do as a HTML4 because it's not only HTML. There's more to it. So
we have an iframe. We have an iframe widget that it might work on.
maybe it works. So all I need to do, I just need to take this widget and give to our developers to see if they can integrate it through widget. Maybe it will possible, or maybe we can make a plugin for webinar even to help with work. But definitely we want to integrate as many as we can.
Cool. Yeah, we'll talk about that. Yeah, we'll definitely discuss that. I really like this idea of integrating some sort of push notification. Obviously, we have one-click registration, but having a push notification too on top of that would just be really cool. So this is, I mean, this is incredible stuff, man. You guys, how was this? You guys learned some things today. I'm gonna put my screen back on, we're gonna have to wrap it up right now. I'm already late for the next meeting, but I'm gonna bring myself back in here so you can kind of see me. Hold on a second. Right. Sorry. I just gotta, there we go. So back on camera. How are you guys? Andrew, the information you gave was incredible. Thank you so much. There was such valuable information. I mean, this is great. There are so many things, obviously, that you can do with push response once you get in there. Push notification, I feel, is just, as you said, it's at this pioneer stage. It's just going to grow from here. And having all these options, which is incredible that you rolled all this into a super affordable system. I mean, that's what's incredible, is that this has levels of autoresponder integration like CRM platforms that I haven't really seen before. It's pretty incredible stuff. At the same time, there are ways that you can get started right away with it. There are ways that you can integrate cool stuff and just learn as you go. And then, of course, I love that you have all of the support with the Facebook group and then the training videos that you have inside. Ed, if you wanted to get access to it, there should be a link under my face. I know, not here, but if you go all the way to the left and see me, the presenter, if you keep scrolling down, you should be able to see in a description a way to click a link to get access to push response. The button that appears may have gone away already, depending on how long I had it available, but you can click on it and it should give you access. Yeah, adding a plugin that will work with all webinar systems would be a big plus. Yeah, John, that's what John said. Yeah, it's going to be, well, here's the cool thing is that they're already working on those APIs for all of those platforms, and having something that works with our platform as well would be awesome. But yeah, this is kind of, as we talked about, this is kind of at the pioneer phase, pioneer stage. People are already using it to get good results. I was just looking at what Steve was posting all about, kind of his ninja hacks. And, he got very easily 76 subscribers in a short period of time. The click-through rate is huge, it looks like. And Facebook, his click-throughs are really good. And you can see that. I mean, go to Ninja Hacks and he has all that information there. So what I'd suggest is come on through. If you haven't done so, you should be able to see a link on this particular page. If you don't see it, I don't necessarily have a link for you right now. I was going to, let me see if I actually created a link for you. But Andrew, do you have anything else that you want to mention while I go into kind of creating a link for these guys? I think I may have created.
Okay, I will maybe explain a little bit more why you are doing other stuff about our agency option, which we didn't discuss yet.
Yeah. Talk about that.
Okay, so recently, last week actually, it was added, but it is not working today yet. It will be working probably in Monday or Tuesday. Is a thing which many of our people who are consultants ask us about. This is not a white label license like you see for cheap stuff out there. No, this is a white label agency program. What does it mean? It means that it is meant for consultants to be able to brand the version of push response, but it's not mean to be able to like sell online, like you have this all this licensing for white label licensing. No, it's not this. It is essentially a ability for you to build customer directly and buy the push response with a 50% discount from us, and then you can bill customer whatever you want together with a bundle of your services. And customer will be logging to your own domain name, so all you have to do is to add your domain name here, and white label name of the product. So you can essentially have your own domain name and have your own product name added. And after your customer essentially will be working with our platform as a white label platform. So you can sell them, you can log into the platform, you'll be able to use it like everybody else, but it will not show the name of the software as push response and will be on your domain name. But again, essentially, this is not for reselling strictly, just you have this and resell, because if you want to just do this, you can redirect through affiliate link to our platform and get essentially the same results as far as the commission goes. This is for those who want to actually to bundle the system with a service and bill customer directly. For example, you may have a service for customers to sell them installation of a site and managing everything for them. It's much easier to sell a service, consulting service bundled with a software, but the consulting service itself. So you can bundle it, and when a customer wants to buy it, you go inside the platform and you essentially buy from us those services for this product. So first you buy the product, then you sell it to customer. This is not like, and you're buying one by one. This is not like you are getting 200 licenses or 10 or even whatever. Essentially, you have agency discount, 50% of the product. After, of course, you have this white label agency program, you're a member of this program. We will post more information about it soon. But after you're a member of white label agency program, you're agent. So you, as an agent, you can go inside a special different area and you can buy our products, which is push response and push response pro in this case, and are able to buy this product and then give access. You create the account for your customer inside our system, so customer can log in. We don't do it, and then you are servicing customer and have this bundle for the customer. So I want to say this is a program for agents. This is not a resale program. We don't have a normal white label licensing program for response. We do not program it because this is huge system. We have right now 27 servers cluster. 27 servers. This is not some kind of small application which sometimes you see on JVZoo or whatever, when this application is like 1 month and after 2 months, 3 months, it stops working, it's kind of fading away. This is what we invested already huge amount of money into the building. We have building it. We have very big team. I saw the scene, our community manager posting the group photo of whole our team of people who are working on this application. It is right now our whole team is 24 people, including me. So this is not like a small underground developer working on whatever. Even the greatest guy cannot do if you have a whole team behind it. We have a 6 people support team. We have a lot of developers team right now. We have 11 core developers and developers who are working on different stuff. Also, we have people who are doing trainings, and of course, it's me, and I am trying to do and help everybody else in the team to build it and try to help our customer to get the value from the system. So this is the big team behind it, 24 people in the team. Not only this product, we have most of the product, but this is the whole team who are managing 4 different products, including one of the 2 biggest one, and probably push response is one of my 2 main product lines. One is Explandio and generally the video creation product like Coming product Vinci 3D. But the other one is push response, which is platform which we are trying to build, and we are adding feature all the time. It launched over a month ago, and during this month we stabilized the platform. We moved to 27 servers which are working the cluster, so to be able to have a stable delivery of messages, all this traffic. As you can imagine, all this takes enormous processing power, and it takes enormous bandwidth to actually deliver, because you have those. Imagine, for example, let's take me. I have my email list. Let's say an example of my email list. I don't have big email. I have maybe 26,000 core email list, and this email list allows me to be on top of leaderboards for most launches and make a very good living. Obviously, I'm making more than 7 figures per year from this 25K list. So I'm sending usually about twice a day. So I'm sending 50,000 messages, email messages in this case, per day, every day. So it is like 30 days times 50. It is 1,500,000 messages, just me sending emails. And now imagine how, if we have right now about 4,000 members, I think maybe 4,500 members on our system. Of course, not everybody has 25K list. It's not true. But if you have it, you can send for the same account. If you have only 25K list, you can send 150 million messages per month. And now imagine it times 4,000, yes? Or we are growing, so probably shortly will be 5,000 people on the platform. So we need to have this enormous processing power, this enormous bandwidth to deliver. And you see, the delivery is fast. On this live demonstration, I sent the message, yes? And this message was delivered instantly, yeah, right? It means we do not have delayed. It means we have enough processing power in the system to deliver your instant messages instantly.
So you're creating, you're adding more and more servers because you're essentially creating probably one of the only autoresponder platforms for push response, right?
Exactly. This is exactly. They are some enterprise level platform, because obviously Facebook have it, Google have it, and also there's a platform which is, I don't have problem saying it. No, name is Push Crew, but if you go there, you see much less feature, and the price is like 4, 5, 6 times higher than our price.
Right. Right, and I noticed that. I noticed their prices are pretty high. What's cool about your system is that you kind of come in from a kind of a bootstrap point of view. You know, you don't have investment dollars. Those guys do. What I love is that you're talking directly to your customers every single day to improve your platform, and you're listening, and that's why I kind of like that. Those platforms, they're going to cost a little bit more money. But the cool thing about you is that you're listening directly to the customers, and you can cater this to sort of entrepreneurs and marketers directly, which is nice. That's why I wanted to kind of bring everybody into this webinar, because most of the people that are coming into this webinar are, entrepreneurs and people that are at this point in their business where they want to find different and unique ways to get their message out to their audience in a better way, than just email alone. So
also, we walk a walk, meaning that we are not just a corporation or a big, huge startup with Silicon Valley money like others, for example. So right. they have to charge more because they have VCs, yes, venture capitalists. So they are big, huge corporation. We are not only the startup, 24 people, which is healthy size, because we are big enough to support it, but small enough to be like on the cutting edge.
Yeah.
But most importantly, we are also marketers. I am marketing every day various products. Yeah. My product, affiliate products. I'm sure I may have maybe 2-3 days per month that I do not promote, but that's it. So I'm doing every day, and because this platform was built by developers, but under the marketers, my supervision and my friend's supervision, I know probably 60 to 70%, maybe even 80% or more, the top guys on JVZoo. We meet, we talk, and guess what? They all get the free access to the push response like months before we launch, and everybody has their own input on what to improve, what to add. And the results of all of that, including my own experience, resulted in the platform which is designed especially for marketers, entrepreneurs, and the smaller businesses.
Yeah, yeah. So you're listening to all of your users. You're doing the growth process in the right way. Where a lot of times, you get Silicon Valley investors that come in. You're not really having a beta that's out there and tested and instant customer response and questions and input. And that is the difference here, is that this is where it's for you by people who are marketers, and that's the incredible part about this. So you guys, if you don't have it yet, go to caseyzeman.com/push response. That's one way to do it. There is a link on this page. You can also click into that to see it. If you don't have it yet, it is going to be a way that a lot of people are going to be marketing their business. And as we've already talked about, this is kind of at the pioneer stage, where it's fresh, it's new. So you coming in now, you're going to be ahead of the curve because of the fact that you'll be able to get leads coming in before this does get to be, at the to the point where email, like how email marketing is. But if you think about it, email marketing has been around, as we said, for what, more than 15 years,
For sure.
16 years, almost 20 years, and it's still going. So technically, I don't see this technology as dying. I think it's only going to improve. It's only going to get a lot clearer. And you want to come into a product that's going to be, growing with you. So that's what this is. So if you're not in there, I mean, it's a no-brainer. It's a wonderful price, wonderful product, and I definitely recommend getting in. And of course, you have the support inside there from the Facebook group and a few other places. So everyone, I have to get going, but thank you for coming to this training today. There will be a link to watch the replay. We will send that out. Now, for those who aren't a part of Push Response, maybe I will send a replay, and maybe Andrew and I will talk about a quick bonus that we can offer up with the replay, just to give you something of addition. Anyone who does purchase, we can make sure that we get you that bonus as well. And I'll think about what that's going to look like. But Andrew, I want to thank you, man, for your time today. I really appreciate it. This was huge. This is awesome content. I know that we're going to have some people that are jumping in, and I know that the people that are already existing push response folks are happy because they wanted to see exactly how this would work, and you showed them that. So brother, thank you so much for coming in. I appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah. Okay, everyone. Thank you. We're going to get going, but again, final call to action. Do click and get push response if you haven't done so already. Or at the very least, go check out the page, learn a bit more about it. You can go to caseyzeman.com/push response for those brand new folks, and keep an eye out for the replay because that will be coming soon to you as well. So, all right, everybody, we'll see you later. Thanks again. Talk to you soon. Bye.